All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kodash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great and Stone. Shalom to the elect pushing this word in truth and in sincerity, with the hope of receiving mercy of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai is the name of his only begotten Son, who on the world ignorantly called Jesus, which he is about to make his return upon the earth to deliver his elect and to pour out judgment as it is written. So on the topic of judgment, it is written in Zephaniah 3 verse 5, said the judgment of the Lord get forth every morning, but the unjust know it no shame. Because the things they want to transfer upon the earth right now, people don't understand that these are sent by Yahweh Bashim Shai for punishment, for correction. But people rather choose to stay in their delusional mindset that they have, that everything is gonna get better. While they're seeing everything is getting worse, that is how brain dead majority of the earth is right now. Is it not written in Isaiah 60 that darkness covered the earth and gross darkness the people? And this is the state of people right now, they're in gross darkness, a state of confusion, a state of carelessness, a state of YOLO. And Esau's the one that put them on that level, Drop them down to when him start push certain agenda. People are not aware. Give them bread and circuses to entertain them. Or should I say distract them from what's really taking place, and what's really to come. Which them call it the fourth industrial revolution. And people don't understand how they're going to change the fabric of the world that they live in. The means of how you do things. But staying on topic with what's really going on, in various parts of the world concerning this fire which Yahweh Bashim Shai has sent upon the earth, So I'm gonna run this clip, but before I run this clip, I want to look below this clip and read this headline. It says, "A look inside Canada's hub of operations as nation battle 5,000 wildfire." Are you listening? But let's run this clip.
And then there's this surreal images from Fort McMurray, ravaged by another fire in 2016, where the flames this week turned the sky red. Look at that. That must be terrifying for the people there that already had gone through so much in 2016 and had only minutes to evacuate. Apocalyptic.
Let me just pause for a minute. Read what this said. CBC News. This wildfire season so far is Canada's worst ever recorded. And this is what we have been saying to people. People always are said to us, say, these things have been always happening. But not on the level that it is taking place now. Almost every event is record breaking, Every event. But keep that same mindset that you have. I feel like this is a joke, Therefore, I'm going to go for this precept and run about that clip. This is 2nd Ezra 16. I'm going to start off around verse 14. This is 2nd Ezra 16 verse 14. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. Verse 15. The fire is kindled, and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth, like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward. Even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? And this is Ezra's remark when he say the devastation where Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is bringing upon the earth. Is it not written in 2nd Ezra 15 verse 5? So behold, I will bring plagues upon the world, sword, famine, death, and destruction, And these destruction come in various ways because the Lord have created spirits to have control over certain things, certain elements. You don't believe? Let's go to a quick precept and come back. I want to say Ecclesiasticus. Let's see how good I am with this memory. This is Ecclesiasticus 39 verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes in the time of destruction, and we are in that time in which the Lord is going to bring great destruction upon this earth. They pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire. So it's one of the first element Yahweh Bashim Yahushua talk about is what? Fire, and hail, and famine, and death. All these were created for what? Vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts, and scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction. So certain things want to see transpire, This is Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is doing. Even the beasts of the field want to say attack people and believe this is random. No. This has been sanctioned by Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And these are things that people cannot wrap their brain around. Y'all don't know the terror of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. But soon, and very soon, y'all should know who is our power, Now we've come to the understanding who is Yahweh. And now let's say he is the one who is supposed to be praised, That's why we say Halalal Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So going back to this clip.
Evacuate. Apocalyptic scenes in West Kelowna tonight where a state of emergency has been declared.
So this is one of 250 fires within the Northwest Territories and more than 1,000 across Canada. We know they have had an unprecedented season, but this graphic that we're about to show you really puts it into perspective. This is all of the acreage burned to date. Look at 2023, nearly doubling their worst in the last 40 years of history. And so 600% of normal to date, an incredible one.
Wow, that graph really just unprecedented there. Ginger, thank you.
Fires have been spreading across Canada's sparsely populated Northwest Territories for months now. But in recent days, they've started to threaten the territory's capital, Yellowknife.
This is some of the imagery from the Yellowknife fire. Just look at the sky. Look at how close it is to that road. The cities of Kelowna and West Kelowna are now under a state of emergency after the blaze jumped the lake overnight.
It's the latest development in an already record-breaking wildfire season that could get worse.
I want to underscore that we are very concerned about the developing wildfire situation here in BC.
A weather system is sweeping across all of BC, bringing strong winds, lightning, and no rain, exacerbating already dire drought conditions.
It was like 100 years of firefighting all at once in one night.
I think this chart basically sums it up of what is happening this year. Those started really early, and the pink line is our line from 2023 compared to all the years through back to 2000. And you can see that we're basically off the charts. The charts just keep having to grow to show this worst wildfire season on record. And we still have the rest of August and into September.
It's not a good situation, isn't it? That graph is as stark as it gets, Bradman saying.
And this is how people are going to sit down and watch what your Bashim Yahweh is about to do upon this earth, yo. People have no clue, no idea of what's to come.
That's the developing news out of Maui this morning, where people are jumping into the ocean to escape raging wildfires.
It's so unusual to see wildfires here.
And we are back here on Weather Command. Back-to-back solar flares are headed for Earth. And that new is a double-edged sword, or that news. So on one hand, it could create the dazzling auroras that we're used to when it comes to solar flares. But on the other, there could be some fluctuations in the power grid. NOAA has issued a minor geomagnetic storm watch for tomorrow. Yeah. We are heading toward a solar maximum when we look at the cycle that the sun goes through every 11 years.
The Coast Guard rescued 17 people who ran into the ocean to escape the flames in an apocalyptic scene.
So much time they make mention of the word apocalyptic. This is not by coincidence. These are just the times that we're in. And if you're able to tune into what took place over there in Maui, that's strange, yo. Even the way the owls on the cars burned, I still have trees standing with leaves on it. There are a lot of strange things taking place right now. Yeah. Things that people now can't fathom. You know?
Be careful right here. There's debris all. Yeah. No.
Guys, never have I ever seen anything like that before. An entire town just gone.
Yeah. Let's show you that video. This is from the area Kihei, Maui. Mahalo to Clint Hansen, Maui Real Estate Radio. As you can see, once again, this is just unimaginable. It is, you're almost at a loss of words just to see the immensity of this disaster.
And as I said, yo, what was one of these things that the Lord said? He's going to send fire, yo. Fire. We're in the time of vengeance. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh is going to bring vengeance upon this earth for what they have done unto the apple of his eyes, which is the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, which are the Israelites according to the prophecies that are written in the scriptures. Whether you want to believe it, yes or no, that's okay. So going back to 2nd Ezra 16, I was at verse 18. And it said, the beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourge for amendment. So this is what the Lord sent these things for. Scourge for amendment. But people not regard what's taking place, yo. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of scourges. Then people now go regard that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh is the one that is doing these things, yo. Them now go turn from their wicked deeds. And that's why Yahweh Bashim Yahweh are going to bring great death. So this was really fine, yo. With that I want to say Kalalal, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Akapadash. Shalom.